Hi, welcome to ecopenny, where we're saving the earth one tip at a time. This time I'm going to cook a big batch of curry and freeze it for later use. So it is more convenient to freeze food. So if you're a single or a couple and you want to make a big dinner, for example of 6 servings, you can make the huge meal, have the meal for 1 or 2 for that night, and then freeze the rest for a later date. So it is more environmentally friendly because you're not wasting food and you're also saving time and money later on. So all you've got to do the night before you want the meal in the future is just whack it from the freezer into the fridge, let it defrost, and you've got yourself a nice easy meal for some time in the future. So if it's a curry, it might mean you just got to make the rice and then heat up the curry, or if it's spaghetti bolognese or something like that, you might just have to do some pasta and just heat up the bolognese sauce. So it just makes it a bit more easier down the track. So if you're busy and you know you're going to be working late or something one day, you can say, well, I have that frozen meal, and it saves you going out to a takeaway or something like that, and it's just much better overall. So it's good to have a little stack of meals in the freezer for later use. So I better get into the kitchen and start some cooking now. So I've got all my ingredients for the yellow curry with veggies. I'm going to do it in the slow cooker. So I'm going to substitute the baby corn that they recommended there in the recipe with baby carrots, because I just couldn't find any baby corn in the shops. Got all my fresh veggies there ready to go. So this is going to be too much. It serves 4, so it's too much for me to eat in one go. So what I'm going to do is make a dinner out of it, and I'm going to freeze the rest for a future date. So we've got our second lot of veggies ready. So the first lot's going to go in the slow cooker for 2 hours. Second lot of veggies is in now. Just got to leave this for another hour cooking. So we've got our curry cooked in the slow cooker. We've got 2 lots of rice here. So I'm going to do 2 dinners to put it in the fridge for today and tomorrow, and then I'm going to freeze the rest. You can do rice to freeze as well, but I prefer to do the rice fresh on the day and just heat up the curry when I'm using a frozen dinner. Don't forget to put some juice with the curry. So I'm going to let these fridge ones just cool down a little bit, put their lids on, whack them in the fridge. That's for today and tomorrow. I'm going to do some curries for the freezer. So I've got reusable, rewashable containers here. The recipe says serves 4, but I think I can get 5 servings out of it. I like a bit of juice with my curry. I've got a post-it note here with what it is and the date that it's prepared, so you know how old it is. I'm going to put these lids on. And these will stay in the freezer a few months. So the trick is, in the future, when you know you're going to need a quick meal, take it out of the freezer, put it in the fridge the night before you want to use it. And all you've got to do is reheat that and do some rice with it. You've got yourself a quick, easy home-cooked meal. And we've got tonight's dinner and the next night's to leave in the fridge. So I hope you enjoyed that tip about freezing meals. So you can cook a big batch of dinner and then have a bit for that night and the next night if you want, and put the rest in the freezer for a future date. So that way you can build up a bank of food in the freezer, so when you know you've got a lot of stuff on, you can have a quick easy meal that's still a nutritious home cooked meal, instead of resorting to getting takeaway and other things like that which aren't as healthy and aren't as nutritious. So I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to ecopenny for more environmental tips Eco Sports and Penny Farthings. See you later. And action. So I hope you found that freezing trip useful. And action. So I hope you found that freezing tip useful, so you can cook a big batch of meal on your day off, have some for the next day, and action.